It's all in our hands. World of Wayne, where the legends are made. Crafting dreams with glue and a blade. Sci-fi wonders and fantasies glow. Pop culture streams where imaginations flow. From the TARDIS doors to the Batmobile, every tiny piece has its magic feel. The Thursday chat where the stories align. World of Wayne keeps us lost in time. World of Wayne where the legends are made. Crafting dreams with glue and a blade. Sci-fi wonders and fantasies glow. Pop culture streams where imaginations flow. Warp drives hum and dragons take flight. Heroes assemble in the moon's soft light. Wayne's got the glue and the chat's alive. Together we thrive with our craft and drive. World of Wayne where the legends are made. Crafting dreams with glue and a blade. Sci-fi wonders and fantasies glow. Pop culture streams where imaginations flow.
Slave plans and all of that. Well, hopefully everything's going to be running okay tonight because I haven't actually been in this room for some time, mainly on account because it's too hot. I think the last time I was up here, I decided to do the stream from the workshop because it was really hot. It's lovely and cool in the UK at the moment, but we still haven't had any rain. So my garden is slowly dying, but I am the diehard who goes out with a watering can, watering the garden, which means I'm back and forth about 50 times to do the same job a hose pipe would do. So I don't quite know. I think the water company underestimated me. But how is everyone? Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
Yes, you would have heard beeps. I've just stopped those beeps. I'll explain what those beeps are in a minute. You shouldn't be hearing beeps now, though. There were beeps at the end of for the countdown clock. That was still there. Beep, beep, beep. Is that what you're talking about? Because I put them back in there. I deleted them before, but I put them back in there. But we've had too much rain here. We need to dry out. Everywhere's parched here, Lou. It's just completely desolate. It's like Tatooine at the moment, which is pretty crazy here. But we did have one big rain shower on Wednesday in Canterbury, which lasted 2 minutes. I believe Corby had one as well, but that's it. We had nothing else. So, but the beeps, the sweeps, and the creeps. No, definitely. So yeah, I haven't been in here for some time, but it's looking okay. My kids are here at the moment, and I had to kick them off the computer, so I had to uninstall everything they put in the computer just so I could run this stream tonight. But some of the other beeps you might be hearing is this little beast. Now, I've had some side quests. I know, Matthias, you were asking when I'm going to be doing the Lilu figure. I did intend on painting it, but I haven't had time. Honestly, I did mention it to the members on Sunday. The last 2 weeks has been the busiest I've ever been, ever, on this channel. Because, I mean, what with Barcelona and what I've been doing with Transformers Nation that I went to on Friday. I went to a Bond event on Saturday, which was absolutely amazing. You'll hear some more about that soon. And then I was in Canterbury again, and I was trying to get videos done. I've just been all over the place. It's just been absolutely crazy. So much so that I was meant to meet Chris Harwood today in Northampton, which is where they're going to be doing the Spacecrafts 2 model show next year. And we agreed on the 7th, but stupid me and my message said, I'll see you Thursday. So Chris turned up today. I didn't realise until I read the message when I'm like the 7th, thought I've got the wrong day, which is tomorrow. So I didn't turn up. So Chris did turn up, and it's just been a whole state of affairs. So we missed each other. So we're going to have to do it. I think he's away now, so we're going to have to do it when he comes back. But yeah, my head's just been all over the place. But I have had some side quests, and one of the side quests is I've just started it running. So if you hear beeps again, it might be because of this. Is this little beast here, which I'm just trying to get the monitor on. Check this out. Look at this. This is a mechanical horse from the folks over at Moyu store. There's a cable coming off of it, but it's solar powered. This is solar powered, so I can get this to run from the light from the sun, and it looks absolutely awesome. Well, the guys over at Moyo store have sent me this to build. Now I've opened it. I've opened it, and it's doable. I think it's doable. It does look a bit difficult. So I don't think I'm going to do this on a live stream, but I think I am going to have a standalone video. And I think one standalone video should be able to do it. If you want to check out Moyo Store. Now, Moyo Store, you've probably seen some of the videos I've done from them before. We had some really artistic, like a bumblebee. I've done some engines from them as well. And I mean, look, here's the link to the store. Oops, that ain't going to work, is it, Wayne? There you go. That's a link to the store. Actually, that's a link to the that's a link to the that horse that you just saw. And apparently, if you use code World of Wayne, you do get 14% off. As I said, they have sent me that horse to build, so I haven't paid for it for myself, but I have got to build it, which look at me. I was struggling with Optimus Prime. I mean, I've been doing live streams all the time now. So if you didn't know, I did the last 3 weeks with Agora Models. I was doing Optimus Prime, and we managed to finish Optimus Prime. When I went home, it took an hour. Just all it took to do the Matrix of Leadership. Is that the way around? Yep. The axe and the blaster. It only took me an hour to do that. So I'm happy that that got done. And it made its way to Transformers Nation. I only managed to break two things. That was the smokestack. One of them broke off. I glued that back on. And I accidentally pulled his hand off. So the hand left the joint. I put that back on the glue. It's absolutely fine. So Optimus is doing absolutely brilliant, and he's now sitting in the Agora HQ. So that was Agora Models. But then I was sent off to this James Bond event where I can't tell you the location because it's a private residence I went to. This guy had over 50. I'm telling you, he had James Bond memorabilia, cars, everything. And that video is going to be on the channel. He had 7 Lotus Esprits. DB5s, DB7, Vanquish. I was in my element, and I got to sit in all of these cars as well. So you will see that again. Agora Models is still around. Agora Models at the moment are at the IPMS show in Fort Wayne in Indiana, I believe, Lou, that Colt TV Man's with them at that event. And I do believe Wonderfest have got their own booth there this year. So they're advertising the Wonderfest show at IPMS, which is quite interesting as well. But everyone from Agora are just doing different things at the moment because there's so much going on. If you didn't know, they've had 2 announcements in July. They had the Odyssey, after actually it got released on the same day as the film, but I believe that's going to be distributed in October. And obviously they had the Ferrari Transporter, if you saw that at the beginning of the month. So there's a lot going on. There's just so much going on. Obviously, Fan Home have released, or I believe they released it in the US. You have to tell me, is this in the UK as well? They released the Harry Potter chess. Now, that came out, I think, God, 10 years ago, 11 years ago? It was a while ago, but that has already been released before, the Harry Potter chess set. Someone just asked about blisters. Yes, my blisters are healing well. I got blisters from doing the Optimus Prime live on the stream because I wanted to get it done. And poor folks at Agora, they were waiting for me on there. They all wanted to go home on that last Wednesday, but I had to get it done because it had to be in Birmingham for the Friday. And obviously at the Birmingham, I was at the Festival of Quilts with Mrs. Welder Wayne. That was fun. So obviously once she was away, I went to Transformers Nation, so I was with the folks there. But on the Friday, they only had panels. I weren't allowed in the dealer's room, so I set up the Agora stand as best as I could until the folks from Agora could come there. But I knew they had to put a tablecloth down, and then I didn't get to see the rest of the show, so which is a bit of a shame. And I think Jacob, you went there as well, so I'm sorry I missed you. But it looked at a real amazing event, and they had loads of cosplayers there and loads of guests as well. But Transformers Nation, that's the place to be. So yeah, I've been really busy, really busy. And this week I've just been editing. Now, because I've been so busy, I thought I really enjoyed doing those live streams, and to cut down some of the work load that I'm getting because I'm having to make a video and edit the video, and it's crazy. I thought, why don't I do every Tuesday a live build of one of the packs? That way I haven't got to edit it. See, clever. And you get to see me build it live. So I thought this week I'm going to pick an easy one. So I did the Lich King. Oh, I really need to check the instructions first, because that was bloody hard. It was really hard. But next week on the Tuesday, I'm going to be doing the Ford Falcon, which I haven't looked at the instructions again, but we do get the bodywork. So I thought that's going to be quite a fun one to build. And I've decided I'm going to do it at midday UK time, because by doing it at midday, I believe it's 7 o'clock in the morning for you folks on the east coast of America, and it's probably evening, around 8, 9 o'clock for you folks in Australia. So I pretty much get everybody to join me at midday. So it's called like the midday Tuesday live stream. So I've booked in another live stream. So I do Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then on Sundays I do the member stream. This Sunday, folks, I'm probably going to go back to that world's first automobile, because that Ferrari stressed me last week big time as well. Which is pretty funny. What else do I have to tell you? I think that's it. There is one thing that I obviously need to let you know, that when I'm not here, or when I'm not going to live stream. The good news is I'm here now for a pretty much long time, so we are going to be having our Thursday streams, no problems, our Sunday streams, no problems, up to Saturday the 25th, when I'm not here. I'm not here, and I can tell you now, Lou's not here as well, because
it's time to launch the Spruverse Challenge. Say hi to Lou, Wayne, and Phil. Grab a brew and some glue, and let's build something.
I do love that little jingle there. So we're going to be doing the Sprueverse challenge, and we'll have more information about what that's all about nearer the time. But I believe if we can get it right, I think it's probably going to be streaming on everyone's channel, not just mine. It will be on Phil's and Lou's as well. I've got to work out the technical side of this, but we are all going to be doing a Sprueverse challenge together in LA. So it's gonna be a wild time, and I don't know. It's gonna be either Car Crash TV. Either way, you're gonna be glued to your sets trying to watch us big time, because it's gonna be absolutely great. But it's that week. You're gonna miss this movie. You're gonna be in Japan. You can watch it from Japan. You're gonna be. It's gonna be live. We're gonna be streaming it live, Matthias. You could get some of those Meta glasses, and watch it on that while you're wandering around Japan. And I can still say, Konnichiwa gozaimasu, hajime. I will teach you what Japanese I know. Actually, I was speaking to, on the way home, I've got this thing at the moment where I'm speaking to Gemini, because it's like having someone else in the car. So I thought, why don't we just speak to AI and have a conversation? And I was telling them about how I remember anime coming really big in the late 80s, 90s in the UK. And it came big with the anime Akira, if you remember that. And when Akira came out, then Fist of the North Star came out, if anyone remembers Fist of the North Star. And there was a line in that, which is in Japanese, called where he says, you're already dead. And I think it translates, let me get this right, Oniwa mo desera. Is that it? I don't know, in Japanese. So I was trying to learn that on the way home, meaning you're already dead. I remember Fist of the North Star. That's when I was like, oh my God, animes can be really gory. Which is pretty fun. Other than that, I said, because I've got the kids here, I haven't really been doing that much. I've been doing another Conqueror challenge. In the last 2 weeks, I've walked over 50 miles, and that's mainly because of the NEC and what I've been doing here as well. So I've got myself another award for the Conqueror challenge. I'm working through the Hobbit sets at the moment. And as you will notice on that end credits card, our videos, some of the videos now are being sponsored by Partwork Upgrades. So I've got a Partwork Upgrades thing now with a discount code. So if you are watching this stream on demand again, you'll be able to see the code and a QR code at the start of the stream for all the stuff over at the Partwork Upgrades side, because Partwork Upgrades are back, if you didn't know that, which is pretty cool as well. I am going to try and catch up with chat. The other thing is that the credits card at the start, not the credit card, because, I'll max them out instantly. No, the credits card at the start. I've managed to automate it again. Okay, so it's automated again. Things have changed slightly, that there is bullets between people's names now, and some of the people's names might go over 2 lines. So you might have like Ian on one line and then Campbell down the bottom. I couldn't fix that. But now it is automatic again. So I've just seen that Steve, you've gifted a membership. I think Ian has as well. I'll check that in a minute. It still takes a couple of days to update, but it is automatic, and I have been playing around with it. When we get loads of members, I don't know if it's going to hold out, but we'll have to see, because they broke the last one, which is why I had to fix it. But yeah, it was all over the place. Am I speed talking? Probably, but I am on rum. I'm on the Kraken rum, because I haven't had a Kraken rum for a long time. I think the last time I had a Kraken rum up here was probably with Lou. So I thought tonight, let's have a Kraken. Let's have a Kraken. We're all good for RE 2000G. Obviously, little Gracie is a treat. She's been around a couple of times now. So much so I've even got a car seat in the car for Gracie now. She's a little angel, she is, bless her. Needs the Black Beauty theme playing. I can't remember that. Da, 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 da. That was Black Beauty, wasn't it? Da, 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 da. No, that's probably like the Waltons or something. Been looking at that as well. Oh, you've been looking at the mechanical horse. It's really good. The box is really small though. So the box is small. The first thing I've noticed, and I did open it up, and it didn't look like there's many parts in it. As a matter of fact, the main base that those photo etch go onto looks to be 3D printed. But the photo etch is in sheets. So I can see this is going to be a bit of a challenge. But we will see. Once I've got through it, it should be good. I'm hoping to have it outside, because if it operates through natural sunlight, it'd be good to have a running horse. It'll remind me of Kentucky. It'll be like having the Kentucky Derby on the workshop. We'll have to see. Hello, Robert. How's it going? Has anyone seen Spider-Man? Yeah, the new Spider-Man, Brand New Day. What a movie! It's what Marvel needed. That was a really good story movie. I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed it. Not so much Supergirl, but yeah, but Spider-Man was really good. And since you last spoke to me and I told you that I was going to increase my collection of 4K Blu-rays, I've had someone send me the first 4 of the Jurassic Park films on 4K, which was absolutely brilliant. And I've been just increasing my collection big time. Big time. I mean, I bought Stand By Me. Today I bought Deadpool 2 and what was the other one I bought, Wayne? Deadpool 2 and something else I bought today. I can't remember. But I go to CEX in the UK and I was picking up these 4K Blu-rays for like £6. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, my collection's really building up again. It won't take me long to get that full wall again, I'm telling you. Looks a lot of timing in that gears and legs on that horse. You know what? Timing's a big thing, David. And as a matter of fact, when I was looking through the instructions, it's telling you that if this rocker is at this point, this rocker needs to be at this point. And so otherwise your horse is going to run like a dog. It needs to run properly. So you know I'm going to cook it up. I always do. I mean, look at the blooming Tuesday stream with the Lich King. Trying to get that footage. You know what? After the stream, though, Bergdis, I don't know if Bergdis is in chat tonight, but she'll know that as soon as that camera turned off, no problems. Put it in straight away. When the camera's on, I struggle. I struggle big time. But when I realised that on the live stream, I had to put that spring in that little cavity, my heart dropped because I knew how hard that was going to be. And if anyone's doing the Lich King build, you will know what I'm talking about. It's a really hard thing to do. And I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but I used the pliers technique and that worked fine. To be in Indiana. I've never been to Indiana. I've seen it. Well, obviously when we're at Wonderfest and we go past the bridge and the river, I'm like waving to Indiana. But you know, it's in Fort Wayne, my namesake. But Pitstain's there, Ian Schwartz, Pitstain Hobbies. He's helping the folks over from Agora. They've got the Orca there, I believe. I think they've got some POS for Airwolf coming next year. Have they got the Ford Explorer? I think they might have, or a picture of it. I don't know. They've got loads. They've got a Terminator T800 there. Looks like a fun show. Very fun show. You got blisters on your blisters. Thank you, Steve. You've just gifted Declan Doherty, or Doherty, is that right? A membership. Thank you so much for that. Hopefully that'll update on the credits card in 2 days. Hopefully, we'll have to see. I got to call it something rather than credits card. It sounds like I'm talking finance. I'm not. I'm talking about the card with people's names on at the start or the end of the videos. Credits card. Has Dave turned up in the retro room? No, Dave is missing at the moment. Dave is the size of a spider where I don't tackle it. And Mrs. Wilder Wayne has second thoughts as well, mainly because she uses the excuse that she's small and she can't reach high areas. Now, if you don't know, I'm that terrified of spiders that I can't even get a hose on a vacuum cleaner to get to it. I just don't like touch. I don't like the thought of it falling. And then, so I figured if I just ignore it, then I won't have a problem. It's that Dave's at his side of the workshop. I'm at my side of the workshop, and never the twain shall meet. But Dave went missing. So either Dave's gone outside or he's spying on me from the workshop, which I don't like. So we will have to see. Someone mentioned about it must be a female. It might be Davina because of the little spiders I've got in there. I can tell you now, the little spiders that I've been getting aren't from Dave, because Dave is a different maker spider. Me. Dave's a different breed of spider. Those little ones you're seeing are the false widows. I know them straight away. So and they're okay to squash straight away. And I do try and suck up the other false widows when I see them. Yeah, Dave's just like a garden spider who's just too big for his boots. I don't like Dave. But hopefully someone said Dave's going to sort out the fly problem in. I don't have a fly problem in there, but I do have a cobweb problem. You can't see the HP chess set lasting longer. I don't know how it did on its first run. I only saw one advert for it, and I don't know if it means that you get one figure per pack, and like there's 32 figures on a chess set, and a wand, and a chess set. Do you build the chess set? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I really need to look up these things before the stream starts. Oh, Barcelona. Barcelona was brilliant, by the way. Absolutely brilliant time, because I'd never been to Barcelona as a tourist. I had when I was a kid, but I don't remember anything. So we did loads. On the first day, we were in the Sagrada Familia attending a mass. we just happened to be we knew because Esther got one of her friends advised that they were in Barcelona too, that the Southend Choir was performing in the Sagrada Familia. So we just blagged our way in. We just says we're here to see the Southend Choir, and they let us in. We didn't have to pay or anything. We didn't even have to get tickets. So we went to this mass, saw the Southend Choir, absolutely brilliant. That's what we did on the first day. On the second day, we went to Mrs. Wayne. Where did we go on the second? Oh, we went to Park Vale, which is by the ocean, and had a big walk around. We went to the Gothic Quarter. On the third day, we went to Park Güell, which is a Gaudi thing, and saw a load of the Gaudi stuff. And then on the fourth day, we went to Montserrat, up in the mountains, which was brilliant. And then we came home. Our flight was cancelled, so we had to get another flight, which is a pain. But we got here in the end. But oh, what a lovely city that is. So you never know. I might repeat that next year. I want to go Greece. I want to go to Greece. I've never been to Greece. So that could be fun. Yes, for some reason, Traders Hall is closed on Friday. It's only panels. But from what I heard, Friday panels were amazing this time. I missed all of that, unfortunately, Jacob. So, but next year, I mean, the guys that I spoke to when I was there, because again, no one asked me for ID or a ticket or anything. I just walked in. Have you ever heard of the thing where you can go anywhere you want as long as you've got a high glow vest and a ladder and a clipboard? If you got that, no one's going to question you. Well, I walked into that event with an Optimus Prime and no one questioned me. So I set that up. No one questioned me. But I was talking to the folks and they were telling me how big the event's getting year on year. So I like that analogy, the old ladder. Take a ladder and no one questions what you're up to. Thank you, Ian, for gifting memberships. Here we go. Let's try again. So Jada Trojan, Heavy Metal, DJ P3T3, or DJP, I guess that is, the Scars 14, and Chori764. You have just been gifted a membership by Ian Campbell, and I really do hope I've pronounced your names right, because I'm not very good at pronouncing anything right. Did you ever get the Lich King ankle sorted? Yeah, the ankle came on, no problems at all. What it was, Lou, is when you push it on, obviously that spring underneath, this is why you have to get the spring in exactly correct, otherwise it won't compress. I just needed to bend it a couple of times just to give it some bounce, and then I could push it on. And then what I did was I put it in a little way and tapped it with my hammer, and it went all the way through. So yeah, he's actually standing up now. When you watch all my future videos, you'll see him standing up in the background because he doesn't fit in a storage box anymore. But if you want to know a size difference, the Lich King is pretty much half the size of Darth Vader. And you'll see Darth Vader tomorrow. Darth Vader's an absolutely crazy build. Tomorrow, I went back to my youth. I felt like I was dressing action men again, or G.I. Joes, as you call them in America, because that's what we're doing. We are dressing Anakin. Although the Anakin that we're dressing is the Sebastian Shaw Anakin. I really thought it was going to be the Hayden Christensen one, but no, it's Sebastian Shaw. But I did remember when Darth Vader first came out and this model was announced that the guys over at Fanhome did say that it's modelled on the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader, so that would make sense. Not the special edition, mind you, because they went back and changed it all, didn't they? Yes, Ian, I saw you met up with the Nexus. You went to the Film and Sci-Fi Museum, didn't you? That's a great place. I love it there. Absolutely love it. Your window cleaner was cursing. Hello, Mark, before I read that. And swearing as he washed my windows with its sleeve. I think he lost his rag. Oh, bless. But you know what, Mark? No lie, right? My window cleaner does not use water. I'm being deadly serious. If you don't believe me, ask Mrs. Welderwayne in chat. We don't know what he does. He comes with a ladder and a rag and a bucket, but the bucket's got no water in it. Well, we can't figure it out. So the windows, look, the windows end up kind of clean, so we don't ask questions, but there's no water in his bucket, so I don't know what's, and he's not filling it up because obviously we've got a hosepipe ban here and I've got no outside taps or anything. So go figure. Window cleaner without water. It's too early for you. What, 7 in the morning? Actually, no, is Texas another hour ahead, is it? Is Texas, what, 6 hours behind, is it? I don't know. I don't know a time zone in Houston area. I've got no idea. What was that to prove? What was so, you know what? There's me thinking I'm running out of chat, and then suddenly, bang! My screen just gets loads of chat on it. Oh, I don't know what's going on with that. You sent me a message about message. I'll check that after the stream, Adam. I will check that after the stream. Oh, Edna's in here, bless her. Build something. I love Phil's build something phrase. It's funny because I tend to find myself using that phrase as well. Build something. It's a tagline. It's a tagline. It's the tagline for the Spruverse channel. It's a brilliant tagline. You've ordered the horse already? No way, Ed. Oh my god. Well, you'll probably have it built before me, although I am going to try and build it this weekend. We'll see how long it takes. I don't know. Hi, Sid Phillips. A quick question. Are you going to just weather the Orca at the end? From now on, yes. Everything that's going to be weathered on the Orca's at the end. I might do the engine. Now, we are getting the cage soon. We are getting the cage, which is going to be interesting. We'll talk about that when that pack comes out. But I will be weathering it. That engine definitely needs a weather. Not that I'm going to be seeing it, because I've got no plans to have it so you can lift that roof off, the flying bridge roof. I want to keep that in place. Because to take it off, you're going to have to unclip the rigging. Or it's just going to be difficult, I think. I've got no plans. I'd rather have one of the models where you look through the windows at things, rather than, like a doll's house, if you like. I don't really want that. Wow. I am trying to get in touch with this chat. It's all over the place. Who's Ian Campbell? Campbell? Oh, look, Matthias is working on breaking my look, this macro is foolproof. I got Gemini to help me. I got AI to help me write it. So I'm hoping it's foolproof. But you've just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Matthias. Monkey Boyd, Green Rizzler, Gary Layton. Some of these names are brilliant. Shaded by Night and Colt Gamer. Hey. You are now members. Congratulations. I'll see you on Sunday's stream. I missed something there. Oh, hi, Liam. How's it going? What are you thinking of Strange New Worlds? Strange New Worlds is out now, which is really good. And I'll tell you what else I'm really enjoying. Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. It's so off the wall. It's a spin-off of Big Bang Theory with Stuart. Really good. But it already in the first 2 episodes, Raj and Penny have been in the first 2. And Zach, if you watch Big Bang Theory. Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. I really am enjoying that. You've just finished the No Time to Die DB5. Is there a way I can power it from the mains instead of using batteries? The person to ask that would be Mike Lane. I do believe Mike Lane was working on a universal power mod. You might have seen that in the Agora Models Roadshow video we did. Check out MikeLaneMods.com and you'll be able to see that on there. You've been seeing that Alimax Christmas Village has been built at the same place in the UK already. Talk about early. Where's that then, Richard? Because obviously Gates normally start setting their Christmas stuff up in October, but there are some that do absolutely crazy displays of those Lemex Christmas villages. You undecided what your next build start should be. What would you recommend to do first? The Mercedes 196 or the Ferrari 250? Well, you like Ferraris 2000G. I'll tell you what, I will message you on Instagram. Okay? I'm going to message you on Instagram. Because, yeah, I've got an idea for you. Hi, Wayne. On your Bismarck ship video, you said some part that is used to rope the ship to the dock. They're called cleats. Yep, you're absolutely right. Back then, you know what, Adam? I learn as I build. I don't claim to know anything on this channel. As a matter of fact, when I started doing these ships and even cars, I didn't know what I'm still naming parts wrong. But I'm learning what things are all the way along. I never knew what a capstan was. When I first started building, but obviously I do now. You had a cracker with a ginger beer tonight. I've heard that's nice. Wow, that needs oiling. That's weird. I've heard that's nice. I did have some minis, but I think Mrs. Worldaway nicked my ginger beer, so I haven't had a chance to try that, unfortunately. That was Black Beauty, Wayne. It was Black Beauty. What I was humming. Da, 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 da. Wow. There you go. What a memory, huh? That is the Black Beauty theme. I can't believe that. Wow. God. I'm chuffed. I can't believe I remembered that. You're doing a Conqueror challenge. It's a cheat that when I had a flight lesson last week, they instead of recording it as a flight, I recorded it as a walk, and it added 95 kilometers to the challenge. Oh my God. Well, this would be my 9th. I think it's my 9th challenge. Mrs. World Wayne's doing one as well, the Barcelona one. Conqueror challenges. Search them up on Google. You get a medal at the end of it for walking. All you're doing is walking. So, and the other thing is because of if anyone's watched Clarkson's Farm. Oh, by the way, look, this is. Let me show you this. This is Gracie. Gracie's now on my phone. Look. Oh, look at little Gracie. If anyone's watched Clarkson's Farm, well, stupid me. I had to go and get the Merlin bird app, didn't I? So I've been out on my walks finding all of these birds. Look at them all. Look, this is what we've got just round by my house. And some of it, look, monk parakeet wasn't. That was in Barcelona. But today I found two which I'd never seen before. The that Eurasian nuthatch and the Eurasian tree creeper. Never seen them before. But if you want something fun to do while you're out and about, the Merlin bird app. Ah. What happened to the trek you were planning to do this year that you bought for a tent for? It was all meant to go ahead, and then my daughter told me that I was going to be a granddad. So I thought I can't do it when she's in the pinnacle of giving birth. So I've delayed it by a year. So I'm going to do it next year now. So I'm still looking at March, April next year. As a matter of fact, we've been looking at Airbnb sites, but I haven't stopped walking. I'm keeping walking just so I'm still at that level. But I've got all my equipment just outside this door ready to go. So it will be happening. I've just had to delay it by a year because, didn't intend on being a granddad, did I? You fully agree. Spider-Man's a brilliant film. It's an absolutely brilliant film. The Odyssey was good. I really enjoyed that as well. The next film me and Mrs. Walter Wayne want to see is The Edge of Oak Street. I don't know if you've seen the trailer for that. It's Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway. And it's basically a whole ship gets ripped out of time and put somewhere else into a land of dinosaurs. So it's called The Edge of Oak Street. It looks pretty cool. Spider-Man was great. Everyone likes Spider-Man. Will you buy Transformers the movie on Blu-ray? You know what, Jacob? I still haven't seen it. I've had them for years and I still haven't seen any of the Transformer movies. But Lou would be happy because I was in CEX the other day. Where was I? I was in the Canterbury CEX. And you know what, Lou? They had the 4K Blade Runner. And I was tempted. Even though I can't stand the film. I wanted to be able to grab that Blu-ray and say, look, Lou, I bought it. So I don't have to think about it again. But you know what? The toss up that I had on Wednesday, because when I'm in Canterbury now, I do pop into the CEX shop. They had Aliens 4K with the theatrical and the director's cut on it, or they had Stand By Me. And it's amazing how my mind says, you know what? I'll have Stand By Me. So we watched that today. Lovely film. But yeah, I'll hopefully if it's still there next week, I'll get Aliens next week. Why did Spider-Man's evil twin fail his driver's test? He was a bad parallel parker. I like how in God, what was it? Was it the Amazing Spider-Man? Because I bought them as well. The Amazing Spider-Man or the original Spider-Man? How his father or Richard Parker is played by the guy who is in Life of Pi, who had the tiger called Richard Parker. Richard Parker. There's a little thing for you. What is CEX? Okay, CEX is like a store, like your GameStop, if you like, Steve. Basically, people sell their games. They sell their games to the store for stupid money, and then the store resells them on. So it's like secondhand games, secondhand films. But what I'm thinking, right, this might be me. I'm thinking people are buying 4K Blu-rays. And I'm thinking they think they can play on a normal Blu-ray player, which they can't. So they're realizing they can't play and they're just sending them back to the shop. Now, most 4K Blu-ray discs do come with the Blu-ray in the box as well. But, I mean, some of these Blu-rays, 4K, that's all I collect, 4K now, is stupid prices, £6. I've been getting like Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War for £8 each. It's mad. So I've just been like, replacing collections. But all because of Sony. This is because Sony taking away physical media. I was like, I am not falling through that trap in 5 years' time. So I want to have physical media. So that's what I've been doing. So I bought myself, because I go, this is my mindset. So I went all in. I bought a brand new Blu-ray player, a brand new surround sound system, and now I've started buying the 4Ks. I already had the big screen TV, so I was halfway there. NASCAR's going to be out next week. Scott, the next Jeff Gordon build. Yes, I saw the Odyssey on the day it came out, John. Really good film. Very long again. That's the problem with Chris Nolan films. I think 20 minutes could have been saved off that. A little bit of change from the books as well. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Very good. Locked adverts. Oh, let's do that. I'll just pause the adverts again. There we go. 10 minutes. Did you ever build the I didn't do the Countach. No, I didn't do the Countach or the Ducati bike. They're two I haven't done. As a matter of fact, I mean, I haven't done the Schumacher Ferrari either because I'm doing those for David Phillips. I'm building them for someone else. There we go. Ed's explained it. You're going to go Las Vegas next month. It's on hold right now. Well, Las Vegas have got the Star Trek convention on at the moment at the Rio. So I've got some friends that are over there at the moment, although one of them, their flight was cancelled from Edinburgh, so they arrived a day late. Can you imagine that? You pay $400, was it, for a ticket? And you miss a day of it because of flight problems. Crazy stuff. Oh, it's a brilliant place. I took Lou, when Lou was over in the country, I took him in one in Milton Keynes. It's a great place. If you want to start a collection, it's the best way because what's the point in buying new when you can get it for a stupid price? I'm not bothered about whether it's new or not. I like the retro feel of it. I like a film that's had some history and had a watch. Because once upon a time, sorry, I'm sidetracking again. As I said, I had, because I worked for Blockbusters, I brought home loads of DVDs. I had a massive DVD collection on like 2 walls of my house from ceiling to floor. And I sat there one day thinking, I wonder how many of those movies I've never watched, or how many of those movies I only ever had one watch and I'm never going to watch them again. And that's why I started to reduce my collection. But now I'm in the mindset that I need to make that collection as big as possible, even if I don't watch them. At least I know I've got the opportunity to watch them should I want to. So that's my feeling. Also, the trail. What's that? What's that trail? Yeah, I'm doing the West Highland Way. That's the trail I'm doing. The West Highland Way. That's from Mulgai in Glasgow to Fort William. So it'll be the 4th time that I've attempted it. The first time I managed to do 70 miles of it, but this time I'm pretty confident I'll do it. When you finish both the Megazord and the RMS Titanic, well, RMS Titanic I don't know yet because that one's I need to be in the RMS Titanic mood. The Megazord I'm deliberately not doing it at the moment because I'm waiting for the last packs to come because I want to do one big marathon session and get that completely built. So that'll be coming soon. I think the next pack might be the last pack for me because I've had 2 packs here, which I've just stashed to one side at the moment. Dave is making more Daves. I hope not, Ian. That's probably why he's gone missing, actually, or she. She. I don't know. On Saturday at the cinema, I got a brand new Dave badge because it was Spider-Man Day. It was a nice surprise. Wow. Well, you know what? I do like how the cinemas at the moment, they're doing novelty cups. Are they doing the same thing in America? So, like, you can have a Spider-Man popcorn bucket or you can have these cups with toppers on. Now, they used to do that in KFC for the Phantom Menace. I got them out. You had a Jar Jar one. You had little Anakin in a pod racer. I used to collect them, but it seems like that sort of thing's coming back. So they had Minion ones, the Odyssey ones, Masters of the Universe ones, and now Spider-Man ones. It's like having your free gift in the cereals again, you know? You remember that? You used to just buy the cereals just to get the free gift out of it. Forget the cereal. Just reach down and pick out the toy. I want the toy. I had funnily in the UK years ago, we had something called Sugar Puffs. You're not allowed to have Sugar Puffs anymore because apparently sugar's bad for you. So on the box, you had, I think it was buy one, get one free, or free Odeon tickets, which are cinema tickets. So seriously, I bought like 13 boxes of these, like £1.50 cereal, so I could have cinema tickets for £1.50. Forget the cereal. I use that to put traction on my tyres when it snowed. I wanted the voucher. Renamed Dave after Big Spider from Harry Potter. I can't remember what that spider was called. Perfume sprayed in the room and spiders would part as soon as possible. They don't like it. Oh, Liam, I've learned all of these old wives' tales. Someone told me to put conkers in there and they don't like conkers. I filled the place full of conkers. They love it. Dave will jump and latch onto your face. Ian, that's my worst nightmare, that I'm doing a build and it sort of drops onto the thing and scuttles off. You'll see some classic YouTube then, because I will be freaking out. I've passed out almost before from a spider, you know. When I worked for Blockbusters, we had this massive palette of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the Disney one. Back then, Disney were doing the moratorium thing, where they release their classic films every 7 years. wheeling this pallet through, dropped out, and this ginormous spider ran out and scuttled across the glass right over my shoe. And I just went cold, absolutely cold. Heckles on the back of my neck. I had to sit down. I was just traumatized. I just don't like spiders. I hate them. And normally, when you get something that big that you saw in the workshop, Mrs. Wilder Wayne gets a call, and then she has to weigh up the pros and cons of whether she's going to tackle this one or not. I'm not. I don't kid. I'm not brave when it comes to spiders. I'm not brave. That wow stick screwdriver you're using would also make a good drill if you can get a chuck for it. John, it's got drill bits in that thing that you spin around that you probably saw. So Jonathan Haynes bought me that. I didn't even know something like that existed, to be honest with you, because it's got a torque control. And I've tried it on really hard screws and it was taking my hand rather than, you see what I mean? So I can see that's going to get a lot more use on the channel, but I do like my Wera screwdrivers. When it comes to precision, I'd rather use something that I can do slow. It hasn't really got a speed control, this one, so... You think Dave's a giant house spider? I think it is. Giant being the optimum word, Will. Dave's just scary. You found 5 days the other day, all at my front door, all watching me doing the glossing. I don't know how you could live there, Richard. I don't know. You're not seeing the chest out on the US site. He was there the other day. Let's have a look, shall we? So the Fan Home United Kingdom site's got it. So look, there's the Fan Home. Whoa, what happened there? Why are we looking at Star Trek now? There you go, look. That's there. Why is that like that? Stand by. Whoa. Hang on. Let's move things around. There we go. Look, there's the Schumacher Ferrari as well. So if we make that like that, there we go. Go back. There you go. So it's on the UK site. Now, you can look at other sites as well by scrolling all the way to the bottom here and then changing this to United States. There you go. It's on the US site. There it is. So, do. So you're terrified of spiders, Indiana Jones terrified of snakes, Wayne? Yeah, definitely. Funny enough, I got Raiders of the Lost Ark on 4K Blu-ray, and that bit at the start with Alfred Molina with the spiders on his back, no. No. Superman's on. Oh, wow. Should invest on a vacuum to help with your spider issue. I've got a vacuum, but I can't use it. I can't go anywhere near them, Scott. He has Esther. Yeah, I've got an Esther. Your Jew's terrified of frogs. I love frogs. I've taken them off now. I had frog socks on today. Mrs. Wilder Wayne keeps making me and buy it. She makes me some things with frogs on. She buys me things with frogs on. I mean, you've seen my PJ she made me. They're all frogs. I got Kermit the Frog. In theory, if you do not visit Traders Hall or panel room, you can obviously walk around the Hilton without tickets. Yeah, I suppose you can. The thing was, Jacob, I was just setting up. I was just setting up a stall. I could have been anyone. Happy almost Friday. Cosmic Quake. You know what? It feels like Saturday for me today. I'm so out of it at the moment. It'd be nice to get back into the routine again, where I actually know what day's what, because at the moment I'm all over the place. Aragog, that was his name. If someone bought out the Aragog spider from Harry Potter as a part world, would you build it? No. No, John. If all hell's fires bracket with a hammer, I can't go near it. Did you find the missing transformer piece inside the model? No. Because I used the screws rather than the pin. I don't know what happened to that pin. But you know what? When I got home, obviously I found that little black thing that you put behind the speaker. I don't think that would have made much of a difference anyway. But you know what? Surprisingly, that model went together okay in the end. I had lots of spare screws left over, which I think it come with spare screws anyway. I did do something that I think Lou said he did when I did the Matrix of Leadership. I glued one side of it down because you don't need to take one side of that off. And then I have magnets just on the other side that you operate the switch and the battery to. So only one side can open on that. There's no point in putting batteries, magnets on both sides because you don't need to access that. You don't like spiders. I don't like spiders. You need an Anakin mannequin. An Anakin mannequin. Try saying that twice. That's what he is. When he's got that blanked head in there, it's an Anakin mannequin. Just so you know, people did ask, can you put the helmet on with Anakin's head? No, you can't. It doesn't fit. The Anakin head is slightly bigger, so you have to use that smaller head. But you'll see tomorrow. You'll see tomorrow's video because I'm actually dressing it on camera. Because I couldn't do it on my workstation, so I'm sitting there, like seeing me now, dressing it. He's cheating you, Wayne. Yep. How can you clean windows without water? It must be magic. Yeah, you go. Well, I'm trying to figure that one out. But Mrs. Welder Wayne will back me up on that. The guy does not use water. I can't figure it out. Yep. See, look, he doesn't clean them with water. We don't know. It's a magic rag. It's magic something. Perhaps he's using voodoo or something. Am I dropping frames? No, I haven't dropped any frames at all tonight. Wait, what a challenge. Try this build. The Roka mechanical typewriter. I think I've seen that, Ed. Have you done that one? Do I want a challenge? I want Ed. You know me. I need to start easy. I need to start easy. On first look, the horse looks kind of easy, but I know it's not going to be. It looks like a watch, to be honest with you. It looks like I'm going to be making a watch. I bet I have a secret watering can. I've had the odd accident at night, Ian. I'll tell you that now, where I've watered the garden with my watering can. Just an accident. 6 a.m. for me, too early for me. Too early. Steve, I'm up at 5 o'clock most mornings because I like to get out with the birds and the quiet. I love that serene quietness in the morning. It's very hard to find that now. If the window cleaner is using a ladder and has an accident and sues you, your house insurance won't cover it. Really? I'm sure he must have liability insurance, surely. I hope anyway. Hello, Faith. Faith saying hello, Papa. She's right in that room there, right next to me. Sharks Hobby Bench. I'm doing very good, thank you. How's it going, Ricardo? Ricardo, I forgot who Sharks Hobby Bench was. Then I saw your logo and I remembered your new logo. You had a fear of bridges, but I got over it right now. What's that joke from? Someone put a joke saying, "Does it hurt when you pass water?" And he's like, "Yeah, it does. I was sitting on a bus and I went over a reservoir and I got a terrible toothache." What was that from? I can't remember. It'll come to me. The NASCAR next week, Scott. That'll be out next week. Tried to watch your live stream, but I was at work and people were asking for stuff. How inconsiderate. That's just nasty. You should say 9. God, my memory's yeah, 9. Spider sprue geschlossen. Have you eaten any today? What, spiders? Cape Fear is brilliant. Are we talking in the film? And if we are talking the film, are we talking about is it the Robert Mitchum one or the Robert De Niro one? Robert De Niro one's wicked. I love the Robert De Niro one. Just wondering how you got started building models. IDA Crow, it was all to do with the Millennium Falcon. I started building the Millennium Falcon and the rest is history. I mean, I built models as a kid, but I hadn't built them again since I was probably Millennium Falcon and I went back to it in a big way, obviously. So that was about 2016, 15? I can't remember. 16, 2016. I mean, my channel's over 10 years old now. Can you believe that? We hit the 90,000 subscribers. Did you see that? I was so happy with that. We're almost getting to opening this bourbon up, this very expensive bourbon that we got from Kentucky. 100,000 subscribers. That beast is getting opened. Looking forward to that. You subscribe to the Mercedes 300 SL. That's a lovely model. How's ET? ET's okay. Oh, you're talking about your ET. My ET's okay. Although I do have a little split here, which I could glue back together. But I'm thinking if I let that split a bit more, so I could take his arm off, I could probably just fix that rod that's in there. Because the cable snapped on my one. Not snapped, it slipped out. So the arm that's hanging down there, which you can probably see, let me just move that, there, doesn't move. It used to, but because the cable slipped out, you can hear the motor go round, but his hand doesn't. But the main one goes up and down with his finger. It needs new batteries, actually. WD-40 for the squeaky bits, yep. Had an email from Fanhome today. The DeLorean is back for pre-order. Yeah, that keeps coming, doesn't it? Everyone, please click the like button. Yeah, definitely. We're at 61 likes. Is that all we've got? Wow. Half. That's pretty much like the subscriber count. If you're not subscribed to my account, let's try that again. The rum's kicking in. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate the support by you just clicking that like button. That gives engagement, but the support button by clicking the subscribe button helps get my videos further up to the search engine optimization, which is all cool. Wife bird watches, is that Iron Spider, another delay, folks. Should be able to complete the second leg in a few months. Yeah, I'm glad I delayed, because we only get 3 stages a month at the moment. Because I didn't do the last lot, that's why today's video had 6 stages. But I don't know when it's due. But that was one big leg, and that leg is really heavy. No wonder the whole base of it is metal. But you don't have to display the Iron Spider with that. You've got you could display him on his own. I will keep that model because I do like that. But Darth Vader is going to be going here. So for that reason, the Batmobile is going to have to move. Or ET. Now, probably ET spaceship's going to move. I'm not sure where yet. I'll have to have a think about that one. You're going to watch that on Monday night, The Edge of Oak Street. Yeah, it looks a really good film. Honestly, it was unbelievably awful. No way, Liam. It's a brilliant film. It's a really good film. And I don't normally like Chris Nolan films. Oh, I've seen the original cartoons, Jacob. I haven't seen any of the movies. Yeah, I've seen the 1986 Transformers movie. Yep, I've seen that. I'm talking about the live action movies. Blade Runner, awesome movie. Yeah, I beg to differ. Stand By Me is King's best film. Well, I mean, he'd be biased, wasn't he? He wrote it. Sony needs to be taught a lesson. My son loves CEX. He goes there several stores a month. Yeah, no, I don't blame him. But you can order online now, Ed. That's the main thing. So I'm getting a lot of things delivered online. CEX, it's pronounced sex over here. CEX sounds like GameStop here in the States. Yep, it is. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Physical media, you own it was the deal. Yeah, definitely. Hi, Wayne. I was wondering when you were going to finish the Megazord. I think I've answered that. Wayne, I haven't watched half of my movie collection. Yeah, no, but I think that's not the point, Mark. I've learned now that the point is having the opportunity. You have the opportunity. Just like Netflix, you have the opportunity to watch a film. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to watch it. So I like the opportunity of knowing that film's there should I want to watch it. And it hasn't been taken from somewhere where I believed it was. You need to use a room and recreate a blockbuster. Will, you know what? Seriously, Will. I was seriously thinking of scrapping this whole retro room idea and making a blockbuster room. And it all started with that. But, because I think I know where I can get some of the original blockbuster shelving from as well. Obviously, people in the know. We used to work for Blockbusters. I know some locations that might still probably have some of the POS and stuff. I was trying for years. You probably remember trying to get a Dropbox fascia, but they are still around. Not the shops, but some of the POS and stuff. You've been watching the original Cold It series on DVD. I don't remember that. I remember the show, obviously, but I don't remember it being. That's really old, isn't it? Looks like the button is falling behind the viewers' numbers. Hit that button behind it. It is. I like how this is live. This activates live. I think there's about a 2-second delay on it. But you wouldn't believe, right? The amount of hassle to make that bit there. Okay, so this is Stream Elements. This whole bit you hear is Stream Elements. So this is all automatic with the latest sponsor and all of this. But these 2 numbers here, this whole middle bit, I've had to program that. That's nothing to do with Stream Elements. And for that, I'm having to use streamer bots and scripting and everything just to get it to do that. Nightmare. This is why this doesn't appear on my laptop downstairs, because I haven't got that programmed in down there. You drop me an email. Thanks, Ed. I'll check that out after the stream. Been watching Kung Fu next week. Great series. And do you remember Monkey Magic? Oh, Monkey Magic. You should see my movie collection. The unit is 9 foot long with 7 foot high, 10 shelves and nearly 3,000 DVDs and Blu-rays. And I have 50 odd box sets. That's crazy. But Mark, I'm telling you again, my OCD, I don't like it when things get put in a box set. If we're going to use plastic Amrays, all my movies need to be in plastic Amrays. I can't be doing box sets that don't match. Back in the day of DVDs, you used to have those lovely plastic DVDs, and then Warner used to bring out their cardboard box ones. That would drive me nuts. OCD. I remember when PepsiCo had pictures of Star Wars Episode 1 on every character on the cans. Yeah. Also, sorry to hear about, Jimmy Cricket died. He was 80, wasn't he? Jimmy Cricket, if you don't know, he wasn't from Pinocchio. He was an Irish comedian, from what I remember, whose catchphrase was, "And there's more. And there's more." You saw Jimmy Cricket live. Wow. The next Spider-Man movie is being filmed in the workshop. Spider-Man Far From Sprue. That's very good. You remember him on 3-2-1? Oh, with Ted Rogers and Dusty Bin. I was trying to explain the concept of 3-2-1 to our American friends, saying that we had a game show in the UK where you could win a bin. And I'm not talking like something special. It was just a standard bin. That was a great show. Good evening, on Wayne. I'm so enjoying your channel. Thank you. I enjoy. You're enjoying the Michael Schumacher car. I've got another pack of that to do, so hopefully that'll be on the channel next week as well. Dusty Bin. Everyone remembers Dusty Bin. I'm behind on chat. I'm sorry. Yeah, 3-2-1. The riddle's never tied up with a prize. No, you can get in me and drive me away. Oh, it must be the car. No, it's Dusty Bin. Yes, I'm the building the typewriter. Wow, don't let Ian know. I should be finishing ET's shoulders. Any pocket build is a challenge. No, pocket builds, I reckon, would be easy to put together if the instructions are okay. The instructions are god-awful. Big time. As if the ads aren't irritating enough, they're trying to make it worse. When you watch the stream in full screen, the skip button doesn't appear. Well, did I not press the button again? I have. It says I can't press the button for 3 minutes. Look, 3 minutes. So I don't know. I don't know. Have they changed that? I don't know. It used to be indecisive. I'm okay now. I think maybe. Oh dear. You're currently building a T800 from Agora, but saw the Batmobile on the Fanhome site. Question is, why are the pack prices so different? How many packs in a Batmobile kit? Normally you get 4 to 6 stages per pack, but Agora models, doesn't matter what the build is, you're going to get them over 12 packs. So each month you will get a pack if you're paying monthly for it. And that could be anywhere between 5 stages, or as the Apache I found out, it could be like 15 stages sometimes. Subscription's free. You don't pay when you click that subscribe button. You're not paying for anything. It's just when you click the subscribe, all it does is notify you when I've got a video up. But that's not a pay thing. The pay thing's when you click the join button, and you'll get a subscription screen come up there. That's to join for the YouTube channel members or the Patreons. I believe, now I might be wrong, each member of you get 1 free trial. You have to check that up by clicking the join button. I do think everyone gets 1 trial for 1 month for anyone's YouTube channel who runs a membership program. So if you click join, I think it gives you the option to do the trial for a month. So if you want to see what that's all about or look at the back catalogue, I believe you can do that. Don't quote me on that though. I'm just going by the emails that YouTube sent me. So we'll have to see. But there we go. We've come to the end of another stream. And look, I've still got this. Let me, hang on. You never see me finish the rum. Wow. I'm going to be singing tonight, aren't I? Listen, once again, thank you for supporting the channel tonight. Tomorrow on the channel, we've got Darth Vader. You're going to really enjoy that one, I think, because it's really, really big. And I will be back next week. As I said, we're going to do a live stream on Tuesday at midday UK time, building the Ford Falcon. Throughout the week, I think we're going to do the Jeff Gordon, definitely the Michael Schumacher build. Got John Wick here as well. I've got quite a few things. I've got about 25 boxes which are built up, so we'll have to see. But listen, thank you for joining me tonight. Take care, everyone. See you later.